Hey, welcome all. Gold review number 21, if you can imagine. Appreciate everybody's support so far. We've had this little bag, and I mean little, of what looks like a very, very, very fine powdery substance. And I did keep the envelope, and it was an eBay seller, which I will put more information in the description, but it came from Shingle Springs, California. However, I don't really know if that's where, in fact, the ore was from. I know where Shingle Springs is. It's between Sacramento and South Lake Tahoe. It's kind of an interesting little California bear. Comes on the map. Anyways, let me get this open. We'll see if we can't decide what's really in here. It's fine material. I'm going to try and open it the best I can without cutting it. As you can see, the tape is still pretty pliable. Oh, it is double sealed. It is double sealed. I'm going to use a pan that's got no moisture left. This was one from our last review. Okay, as you can see, we will rinse that through here in just a second, and so we don't miss anything. We don't really know what is supposed to be in here. Yeah, there's a little bit of a hole here where my thumb is, but let's start at this end. Guys, I've updated the links down below for all these nice Amazon items, some of which are pans. I think the best deal still is this scale for 25 bucks. You see them used on a lot of the other guys' channels. I checked this morning, and my Amazon link, which obviously we make a little bit of money off that, which helps. I've sold 27 of those little scales, so kind of neat. Anyways, I guess we could see if there's anything magnetic in there. Wouldn't hurt. Have my huge magnet here inside of a little plastic case. Yeah, there is a little bit of, not much. We will make sure we didn't scoop up a gold nugget in there. I'm going to draw that out now a second time, and we will wash our pans through. I always like to pan the magnetics. I think I'm going to do that first. You just never know what could be in there. Alright guys, we will rinse our little bags through, and we will get our panning station set up. I have not made a purchase on a sluice setup yet. However, I've been watching a lot of the reviews, watch a lot of YouTube, and if you guys have any suggestions for me on a hobby sluice, not something we're going to load with a backhoe or a loader. Oops, boy, this is a, I don't know if we're going to be able to get the material out of here or not. Well, let's give it a try. We might, I think we will. We're going to cut this open. We're going to cut this open as you see the edges have some dirt that's a little tough to get out. Alright, I'm going to get set up in the panning station. Be right back at you. Okay, starting off with our magnetics. I did rinse our shipping container as well as I could and got most of the sediment out of there. Once again, this is just our magnetics. I think we might roll this back here. Sometimes you pick up a little flake being stuck to the sand, and other times a little piece of pyrite in there. I think, yeah, it's floating all over the place right here. Anyways, definitely not gold. Other than some blonde sands in there, guys. That's why we use a magnet. We get our black sand out of the way. This was our rinse to our bag, our packaging material. So let's just, for kicks, let's do this by itself. This was such a fine powdery sample. Curious if there was anything in that packing material. If there was, we would look like a hero for rinsing it out. I do not see anything there, as you can see. Alright, so at least we know we didn't give up any gold. Here is our, we got a little bit of moisture here. I obviously never really rinse my pans in the sink because just in case, I'll always catch them on the next panning expedition. Look how muddy this stuff is. Now once again, I do have jet dry in this water, so the chances of losing any floating gold is about 1/10 of 1%. Once again, as I record this, I don't have any information on this sample other than the mailing address was Northern California, around the Placerville area. Shingle Springs is the shipper, but that doesn't mean that's where the material came from. But I will see what the eBay sale said. I believe this was a very inexpensive sample too. However, I've been wrong before. Well, if there's any gold at all, it's going to be in that first crevice. As you see, the beauty of these pans, most of it's coming right up the side, and sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit lazy, I like to come around to the smooth side. Alright, I think that's enough play here. Let's spin it back and see what the gold gods gave us. I do see a little bit. A little bit here, and when I say a little bit, I do mean a little bit. This will be a pretty easy sample. Panning wise, that one rock there that wants to come down. I'm trying to do less of a cleaning here, get all the black sands out. Alright, I think I got it all. Alright guys, I'm going to get some clean water here. We will empty our snuffer bottle. I just ordered an assortment of snuffer bottles just to try some different ones. And I have the link in my description there. I think it was $7 or $8. And gives you 4 different ones to try. It's always nice to have a couple in case you're out at the river. And alright, as you can see, once again, this was a pretty clean sample. There's our line of gold. There we go. Any guesses? I would have to say we are probably inside the $2 mark. Alright, let me dry this up and we'll see what we ended up with. Okay, so here is our cleanup. Now keep in mind, this is a very small pan, and although that looks that looks a little better than it is, there's not much gold here, but I did pull up the eBay listing. There was no guarantee except we would find gold. It also said 1 in 10 bags will receive a randomly inserted picker. We unfortunately have never gotten one of those bags that either is the mother lode or something. So all right, let me try and do a weighing here. We don't have a lot to work with, but I mentioned before, these scales are really good. Alright, looks like we got it all off my paper here. 0.019 is not a lot. And the calculation on today's gold price, which is huge. Gold is over 1,800 an ounce today. It's 1802. Did anybody take a guess? If you guessed under $1, you were right. 82 cents. Let me pull up the eBay listing here, and you can pause that if you want to read it. Guaranteed gold, shipping is free. Let's see what we paid for this. It wasn't much. It was, oh, $5. Did we have fun for $5? We got $1 back. Absolutely. Guys, we appreciate everybody's support. We have some more samples to go through, and if you haven't picked up one of these little scales, $25, boy, I encourage it. Hey, for now, Doug at Doug's World Tour. Out.